everybody. Happy day after Valentine's Day.
Happy St. Valentine's Day to everybody. Hope you guys are doing awesome. If you've never been on these lives, if you're brand new, I'm Susie.
And I'm John, and we're going to do a little chit chat. Let's get warmed up. Let some people come in. Let us know in the comments if you can hear and see us. We will be going through some really, really cool stuff today, and have a fun story to share, a Valentine's Day story. Don't worry, it's PG.
Yeah.
To give you some ideas of what this content's all about.
Yeah. So we try to do these lives as often as we can, as our schedule allows. We do have 3 awesome little kids, and I have a tendency to plan lots of little vacations and trips. And John is more of a homebody, but all I want to do is go and vacate all the time.
Yeah. You know what's really cool about these lives and doing them over and over is, and staying consistent with it, consistency is really important, is on our previous live, when it was my birthday, we mentioned we're going to go surfing. Yeah. And I heard somebody say, how do you go surfing on a lake? So thank you, Jennifer, for being with us week over week. We really appreciate you. And it was an awesome day of surfing, which basically there's a boat that gets really heavy and it drags through the water, and through some crazy engineering, it actually builds a wave and you can surf on it. It's so much fun.
So scary.
If you're driving the boat.
Yes, because the boat's going like this and you see the back of the boat almost dipping in the water and you're like, oh my gosh, please don't take water.
Alrighty, so do you want to go ahead and get started with the content so we don't keep everybody waiting too long?
Do you want to share a little bit about a Valentine's Day? Because I think that's awesome.
Well, I think that'd be a great in the content. That can be the start of the personal story.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, we're going to get started. So the way this lays out, we're going to do a little 3, 2, 1. We're going to deliver kind of like a YouTube video, which will be repurposed. A little hack there for you.
And you guys can hear us, right? We would have heard now.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Sheila asked if we can see her picture. Yeah. And yes, we can see your picture. Hope that's okay. We'll hide it.
Beautiful picture.
And great. So let us know, by the way, also, me personally geeking out, trying to find a way that we're not fighting over a single microphone. So we have this set up. Let us know if the audio is good, acceptable, clear. Fantastic. I guess we're trying to make sure things are as good for you guys as possible. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive in there. You want to get us started on the 3, 2, 1 intro?
Yes. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, Susie and John here, and we're so excited to share with you 3 or maybe 4 different ways that you can use printables to boost your course sales and even like double or triple your sales.
That's right. Be sure to stay on until the end of the video. We do have more than 3, even though the thumbnail may show 3. But before we dive into it, let's share a little personal story. We're recording this the day after Valentine's Day, and I try to be a good husband to my wonderful wife. And so I surprised her. She always wants to go dancing, but I personally don't know how we can schedule dance lessons when we have 3 kids and we can't really do the whole date night thing. It's logistically impossible. So what does an online course creator do? I bought an online course. So around this time of year, you might have seen ads for this, but it's an at-home study of different dance moves you can do with your wife. And so there's a little date night, bottle of wine, instructor on the TV, and we had a wonderful time. It was fantastic.
I came downstairs and John was sitting there with a rose in his teeth and 2 glasses of wine. And I'm like, the whole day, I'm like, what is my Valentine's Day gift? I didn't know. He kept making me guess, do 20 questions. And then I kept thinking it was something physical. And then he's like, it's the show her off online course. And I've seen ads to this like years ago, and I thought it was the coolest thing, but I never wanted to tell John about it because then they're like asking for it. So you just did it.
Yes. And I found it through an ad. Very good marketing for them. Yes. Anyways, so I bought it as a course, and then lo and behold, they also came with some printables, some little ebooks I could print out and use as a reference guide, which is fantastic. And so if you ever want to launch your online course, or if you have one and it may not be selling as well as you want to, or you want to find ways of improving your sales or customers coming in, we've got 3 or more fantastic tips for you today.
All right, so let's get into it.
Let's go ahead and put this on, and here we go. So,
oh no, we have to go all the way to the back. Can you hide it before? No, this way. Other way.
Oh goodness.
No. Okay, well, there you go.
Here we are.
Oh, it starts at the beginning again. Go for it.
We're just gonna
yeah.
Let's hide this. Get it on the right slide. Sorry, guys. 3, 2, 1. Show. All right. Go ahead.
3 ways to boost your sales with printables. All right, number one, you can use it as a bonus. You can use any of our awesome printable templates that we have in our store, and we have like over 20 really gorgeous ones. Or you can create your own using the Printables by Number course, and you can create these beautiful printables to use as a bonus. You know, when you go through sales pages and sometimes you see an awesome course, but then you start seeing the bonuses and you're like, I want it. I really want it now. This bonus is awesome. Sometimes the bonuses are almost better than the course itself, or they seem that way. But that's a way that you can boost the value and the conversions of your course by just using them as bonuses. And wasn't this one?
Absolutely. And so it could be anything like a workbook to keep track as they're going through the course. And it can be one where you advertise the workbook or advertise the bonus on the sales page. Or if you run one of those courses that open and close throughout the year, you can do things like fast action bonuses, where if you buy in the next 3 days, I'm going to throw this in completely for free. And it's fantastic. And it doesn't have to be a ton of work. Like, there's nothing to do. This is literally a picture book of some of the moves that we're learning with our dance class. But it's a fantastic way to improve the offer in multiple different avenues. All right, what's number 2?
You can do.
Okay, so number 2 is, instead of just including it into the course, some bonuses can be so good that you can actually sell them along with your course. And we do this sometimes, and we use largely bump offers. Now, what's a bump offer? It's kind of like when you're going through the checkout line in Publix and you get to the cash register and there's a candy bar or Tic Tacs or magazines, or little easy no-brainer, yes, please add that to my cart, but as I'm checking out. And so you can do the same thing with all fancy tools online, where you can have additional recommended products that are optional. So you have to be careful here, because if you do a bump offer, you want to make sure that it's not something that should be included in the course, because that can come across as like bait and switchy. Like, oh, here it is. My main product is maybe $20, but then in order to use it, you need to buy the $30 bump. Don't do that. That's a little bit slimy, but something where it has value in and of itself and it pairs perfectly with what's already being purchased is a great opportunity for a bump.
Yeah, so I remember you telling me there's 2 things that you need to do with a bump. Number one, it needs to be almost like a no-brainer of like, yeah, of course, this product seems amazing to go as a companion to the main product. And number 2, it needs to be super easy to explain, because your bump section on your checkout page is really small. So there's only like a small sentence in the title. So don't make it something so hard to explain or so obscure that they're like, I don't know what this is. Because if they're confused, they're not going to buy it. But make it something like, oh, yeah, that completely makes sense to add this to my order.
Yeah, so maybe a couple examples here. Let's say you're selling in a simple course about 30 ways to lose weight or something like that. Then your bump could be, hey, do you want 35 more ways? Where they know it's not withholding from the course. There's additional content. It doesn't take a lot to explain, because you've already explained that on the sales page.
Yeah.
So that could work. Or if there's a result, or if the course is something like how to get X, how to build a business online, then the bump might be, would you like a set of case studies of people who have done this, where it's not the course itself, but it's helping them achieve that result in a different way.
I like that.
All right. What is number 3, Susie?
Number 3 is to use a printable as a freebie. All right, so you can use printables and you can grow your email list super easily. The freebie doesn't have to be 100 pages. It can be 2 to 3 pages. You can use any of the templates that we have. And our templates are pretty meaty. So they're like 50 or more pages. So I would use those as like a product. But then I would extract 1 or 2 pages and use that as a freebie. So you can grow your email list and then also use that template and make a product with it. Freebies are great. The person signs up on a beautiful landing page. They get that beautiful PDF that you created. They print it out. They use it. Maybe they put it on their fridge. Maybe it's a chore chart for their kids to follow every day. Maybe it's some dance move. Maybe it's a conversion chart for measurements when you're baking, or the temperatures for cooking food at the right temperature so you don't get sick. Like, those are necessary things that you want to print out.
Sure.
Or, something that gives you, like, shows you the future, a calendar. Super, super helpful. Anyway, people love printables as freebies. So 2 to 3 pages can be awesome to grow your email list using these small printable products.
Yeah, and a slightly more advanced strategy is you can offer the freebie as a printable or something like that. And then on the next page, you can maybe sell your course or offer your course at a discounted price. We do this to a lot of success But if you do try to do that, it's kind of like a 1-2 punch. Like, here's a free thing that if they want that, they're probably also going to want your course. The one piece of advice I'd encourage you to do is make sure it's very clear that the freebie is not the course and the course is not the freebie.
Yeah.
Some folks can skim quickly and click that submit button. And then on the next page, if it's like, okay, now put in your credit card for a course, they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. And they can feel like you're being dishonest. So make sure you're very clear that the freebie is free and the product is an optional upgrade if they choose to do so.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very clear in marketing. Number 4, you can use printables. Sorry, was it my turn or your turn?
I don't know. You go for it.
Okay.
I like listening to you.
Okay. Number 4, you can use printables in your funnel, either as upsells or downsells. So maybe not everybody who's listening is in this stage right now. It's a little bit more advanced when it comes to online business creation, where you actually have a funnel, you have a freebie, you have a product, you have a big product, you have bumps. And then as they purchase that product, then they get other offers that are upsells or downsells. And the templates that we have in our store that would work really great for this is the workbook templates. It's really awesome to create this awesome companion workbook that could go with your course or go with your initial printable. And do you want to tell us more about upsells?
Yeah, upsells are fantastic. The general idea is if it's related, but maybe solving the next problem, or it's something where you've scratch the itch with the main purchase, and then what comes next? What else is going to be like, oh yes, that's triggering a thought of what else that person might need. That's a perfect opportunity for an upsell. We talk about that a ton inside of Printables by Number and Course by Number, but at a high level, you want to make sure that there's no, like there should never be a question of why would I need this offer if I just bought the thing? And also make sure you don't do the same bait and switch like we talked about on the bumps, where they feel like they need to buy the upsell in order to get the result of the main product. You want to make sure there are clear, separate results you're getting for your audience. So a couple of tips on that one there. Alrighty, and what is, oh, here we go.
Yeah, so we have an entire store. If you want to grab any of our templates, customize them, every single pixel and picture and piece of text on that template, you can customize to your own brand and your own content, and it will save you weeks of work. So you get the template, you put in your content, and boom, you have your own product. You can use it as a freebie, as a bump, as a bonus, as an upsell, downsell, as a product itself. So go check out the templates that we have. Our whole goal is to help you guys build this freedom business faster and easier, because these things, it's not an overnight thing. Like you guys know, we're not all going to make $1 million tomorrow. It takes time, but we're trying to cut away any of the obstacles that might make you spend more time on it than you need to, right? Because your time is more valuable to go spend with your family. So we're trying to save you time with that.
And what's fun is because Susie and I, we have different strengths. Susie's great on the graphics and great on that voice of customer and blogging and all of those different aspects. And I'm not, but I'm good at building websites and doing the marketing, the funnels, and the ads. And so together we can combine and create those, remove those roadblocks, because there's going to be both sides of the brain that have to work together on building your business together. So we want to be sure we can help you with both aspects of that. Alrighty, so what is this?
So I was just kind of joking that it's not really freedom by number. It's more freedom by printables.
No, we're not rebranding. No new websites need to be built.
But it makes sense.
All right, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to do all the fun stuff for social media, like, follow, share, do all that great stuff. We really appreciate it. And is there anything we want to offer to them?
No, do we have an offer?
Go ahead and head to freedombynumber.com/store and check out some of our printables.
Yes. Or you can go to freedombynumber.com/sale and see what's on sale.
Ooh. All right, guys. Yeah. John and Susie, we'll see you in the next video.
All right. So now, hey guys. Okay, now we'll answer some of your questions. Thank you guys for being here with us the day after Valentine's Day. Super awesome to spend time with you.
And what was your, if you had a favorite, what was your favorite tip? Or are you currently doing any of those things? Let us know in this stream. And if there's anything you're struggling with, like if the idea of a funnel doesn't make any sense, let us know, because that also helps us make better content for you in the future. So we'll go through and answer some of the questions that came through. So Colleen Collins, oh, that's a cool, Maleficent?
Maleficent, yeah.
All right, ask, would this be a good way to retain clients if you make printables for other businesses? How do you present something like this to a client? Well, what I would tell you first and foremost is oftentimes, oh man, we have a personal story about this as well. Clients may not know they don't know what you know. That's why they're hiring you, right? And so if they don't understand that maybe they run a physical brick and mortar business, maybe they run a dog boarding kennel or they run a gym or something like that, they might think, oh, Printables, that's cute, but I don't do that. That's not my business. This is my business. I do physical work, I do services, whatever it may be. Your job as a service provider, you may have come in with them to be a content creator or a virtual assistant or whatever. You can increase your rates, you can increase your value to them by saying, by the way, did you know if you offered this free recipe book whenever somebody comes in, maybe it's a recipe book for dog treats when they come into your dog boarding kennel, you can help them separate themselves from their competition and at the same time separate yourself from your competition. So a couple ideas, bring Printables into any of your client service businesses.
I think so, yeah. Is it mellifluous? Chose Liz's.
Mellifluous, not mellifluous. Oh, okay.
Really? Mellifluous, not Maleficent. I did not know that. I need to know my Disney characters.
All right, let's check our host chat and see. Okay.
Okay. So Francisca says, if you want to put that on the screen,
yeah.
I know right here. How do they schedule a live call with us? If you want to chat, me, you, and John, just the three of us just chatting about your business and I don't know, and help you. Like, how do they do that? What is the link? What's the link?
You think she's saying about no, she doesn't know. We rebuilt the whole site.
Yeah.
If you go to freedombynumber.com, in the top menu, there will be an option for services. So we do offer 1 hour or 2 hour. You can choose one of us or both of us, depending on what you need for your business. We don't take a ton of clients because we just don't have that much time for it. Honestly, we really enjoy being able to be out here and put this out for free and help as many as we can. But we all know that people need that specific, I need this question asked for my business. I need you to have your eyes on my page or whatever the case might be. So we do make that available for you, freedombynumber.com/services. You can browse some of the different options there.
Sorry, I didn't know the link.
No worries.
Thank you.
Mistress of, oh my goodness, y'all are really getting on the, the Disney characters. Oh, thank you, Liz. I like to be creative sometimes.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I think that was it.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us live. We really appreciate it. Hope you all had a fantastic St. Valentine's Day.
And on a little side note, I sent a little newsletter yesterday. We do have the kids planner on sale until Friday. If you want to show it on the screen, been getting really awesome feedback about it. It's really pretty. So if you have a kids audience or a mom audience, it would be an awesome little template to go snag and use in your own business.
Yes. Quick 2 questions just popped up. Do we have a gardening planner?
Yes, it's almost done, but I haven't listed it yet. So it's coming, Brittany. If people ask for things, then I can like rush up my side of getting them on the store. So yes, thank you for asking. So
we should have
put that on.
We should have a voting feature.
Yes, we would love I would love a voting feature.
Okay, I'll put out
No,
my
we
very
sound
short
like
to-do
Smeagol.
list.
We would love a voting feature.
Okay. In Printables by number? I think there are some templates.
There's like a 1 or 2 page gardening.
Okay, but
like yeah, Printables by number doesn't have like the massive 50-page template packs.
Let's see here. Jennifer is asking, should you change your printable freebie from time to time for newsletter signups? Fantastic question. Yeah. The answer is no. I'm kidding. Absolutely. So think about it this way. If you are going after SEO traffic and you're writing articles on Google, you're probably going to write about a few different topics. You might not know which one's going to convert better. Meaning, the number of people visit your site, the number of signups you get. Oftentimes, new stuff will get the same people to sign up again, as well as new people to sign up. So feel free, whether it's every quarter, I wouldn't do it like every week and overwhelm your audience. Yeah. But once a quarter or so is a great time for you to test and see what works best. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's great to have multiple different freebies because then sometimes when they sign up on your list, like a couple weeks later, you can be like, oh, here's something else that's free. And it's always nice to get a gift from somebody. If it's digital, if it's a PDF, if it's in person, giving gifts is always a good idea.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Liz. This is awesome.
All right, I think we have caught up most of the questions.
Just one from Anna asked for that's a little more blogging related.
Oh, yay, tech.
Yay, tech.
Well, I love answering tech questions live. All right, Anna asks, I'm still on Genesis. For those of you who don't know, it's a theme and framework inside of the WordPress ecosystem. Tech. Do I need to switch to Cadence? No. The answer is no. I'm sorry, I'm feeling goofy now at this point. So our rule of thumb with technology and recommending a tool for you is as follows, and we're going to try to stay as consistent to this as possible. If you have nothing that's broken and it's allowing you to do what you need to do, which is be of service to an audience and preferably, collect leads and make sales and do all that stuff, depending on what your business is, there's no immediate need to switch from one theme to the other or one platform to the other, etc. We recently went through a massive overhaul, but that was because our business model is continuing to grow and evolve, and we needed to make sure that our system supported that. We didn't just change because there was something newer and shinier. We changed because there was a functional reason.
And we've been talking about it for years.
She pushed back a little bit, and I was nervous to do it. I finally did it, and now she's happy.
But isn't there like a little thing that people say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it?
They do say that.
Yeah.
And so so there are some benefits of Cadence over Genesis, etc. Your site might load a little bit faster, things might be a little bit more customizable, etc. But then you're like, okay, it might take me 3 weeks, maybe a month to make this transition because you have to rebuild everything and set it all up. So is the slight benefit you're going to get from doing that change worth the cost and the risk of you going through all that stuff? I don't want you to get distracted and slowed down. Keep moving forward until you can't anymore. Then it might make sense to change.
Until you have to change, until it's broken or you need other features.
And now the questions are rolling in. Let's see here. Ooh, Susie, you look great and funky in your glasses.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
I think there's a follow-up question about the freebie. Would you then offer it to your current subscribers for them to have? Ooh.
Yes. Yeah, I would send them to the same sign-up page. You could then just like kind of add the link of the PDF to your email and have your current subscribers just click and get it. I personally like to send them back to a sign-up page so that they get their tags. I know what they're signing up for. There's a record. And then potentially that freebie has its own email nurture sequence and you can get kind of advanced there. But I don't just share links directly to PDFs in an email. They have to get tagged correctly so I know where everybody is.
Yeah. By the way, our email marketing process is pretty in-depth. And we are in the process of revitalizing, relaunching, and completely updating List by Number, which is our email marketing course. If you're interested in that, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
And I don't think we have a sign-up page for it yet, so we'll do that before next week.
Yeah, as we're talking about sign-up pages. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. All right, I think we're caught up now.
Genesis in the beginning of the Bible, which is where I am.
Bible chit-chat. What is the book of Cadence? That's after Leviticus, We're almost done reading through Leviticus we're doing the Bible this year. And Leviticus is it's an interesting book.
A lot of rules.
A lot of rules.
Yeah.
Those priests, Levitical priests. All right. All right, guys, I think we're getting goofy now. Oh, you want to take the last one?
List by number. If you want to start a blog, okay, what's Jamie's? All right, so long. Oh, if you want to start a blog and sell printables, I already have both courses. Would you suggest finding one topic and connecting the two courses, or choosing what works well if they are unrelated? If you could connect them, I would go that route. If you could, if they make sense, if it's a printable for kids and then a course for moms to help with the kids, if it's related, that's awesome. If it's not, then you could do it, but it probably won't convert that well.
Yeah, you have to think about, especially in that idea, like the last one we mentioned of, you have a freebie and then you have a paid product and they're kind of in the same experience, in the same session as somebody's browsing through your process and your website. What I like to do is give away the what, like give away the secrets or the things, but then the how to do it is where you can really put that behind a course, because it's really hard to put that out in such a succinct way. So your freebie could be a list of 13 parenting tips, but then the course might be how to implement them, all the structure and the step-by-step guidance. So that would be a framework you can probably use pretty well there.
I like that. All righty.
Well, thank you guys. This was a great little live. We appreciate it. Thank you all for joining with us here, and we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, see you then.